A development program that was focused on you as an individual and developing you, but also because it was something different. The university had never offered something like this before. I'd actually never heard of something like this before, offered to students, focused on students, all about student life and student experiences. So I thought that would be really beneficial for me. Being resilience, knowing your mind, they're all really, they're really relevant to you as a young person, and to myself. Like growing up, I want to know these things. The level of depression, the stress levels, anxiety levels, especially in law students. So I think, it speaks for itself. Having a program like this really does touch upon, a lot of the problems that are prevalent in universities and aren't being targeted or controlled or even known about.
I get really stressed, so I think the main thing that appealed to me was dealing with stress and learning how to manage it. Yeah.
The whole life-study balance and being able to achieve that, I don't think it was really in sync with me at that time.
Yeah.
So it was, I suppose what appealed to me the most was the fact that it was being offered as a skill that you could learn.
I feel like I had so many questions that I couldn't find answers to, and it's hard to approach somebody. It's hard to really try and ask the people. You don't know the right person to ask. You don't even know in terms of what to look for or what really helps.
I feel like uni is so much about kind of just finishing your degree and getting out there in the workforce and doing whatever you need to do to get there. And the Life One is the only thing that kind of steps back and reflects on the fact that you need to be healthy while you do it.
Yeah.
Having a bit of a struggle in my own life and wanted a way to sort it out, but what really attracted me was the fact that it is a group environment, and you've got that opportunity to discuss with everyone and share perceptions and really get a different take on it. Sometimes it can be a bit confronting in a one-on-one situation, and sometimes you just want a different idea from someone else, or you want to realise that you're not the only person going through this.
When we first walked in, we were sitting in a group and we were hearing a bit of information, learning some things, and we worked in groups and got to know people, did some group exercises, different things like chewing on a raisin, which we learned about mindfulness, so that was really interesting, so little exercises like that.
A mix between discussion and sort of presentation style, almost like a tute, but more of an interactive tute. I think I just liked the sharing bit, to be honest. It was nice to be able to vent things that had happened throughout the week. So it would have been the sharing part, the bit where we could sort of interact with each other after maybe, say, 5-10 minutes on hearing about a certain topic.
It was really well structured, I guess. It was good for students because you actually sat there and listened and took things in. And you learnt stuff that you wouldn't learn anywhere else, I guess. Managing your time better at Bond and getting that balance right. So not only are you getting the support from the theory itself, but you're getting the support from everyone.
It was a very sort of, calm, relaxed type of environment.
Deborah and the rest of the crew were amazing, not only in terms of helping you being stoked for your accomplishments, even if it's some small as in you did something different for a week. There's so much information they gave every week in the packets. Basically it's there's a lot in a sense, but at the same time looking back, I go through that, and they were just so supportive.
I think what I was reserved about was talking in front of a big group. I get shy to begin with, so that was a bit daunting, but once everyone started talking and you realised you all felt the same way about stress and uni life, you realised you weren't alone, so it was okay to talk. Yeah.
I'm pretty confident and loud when it comes to trivial things, but as far as private matters go, I'm quite closed off, so I was a little bit reserved about having to open up those sort of things to a group of strangers, pretty much. It changed quite quickly because everybody was there for the same purpose and had the same fears, so once somebody took that leap, everybody sort of fell like dominoes. So it was nice to have other people around you who were going through the same thing, feeling the same things, and able to open up, so it kind of pushed you to open up as well.
People who were coming up with ideas on how to deal with a situation, or who had the right idea about processing something or balancing something. And you go, oh, okay, why didn't I think of that? That's actually a really good idea. Maybe that's how I can better handle this.
When you get there and you see people that are really like 100% like full on, they actually are here and they want to help somebody, it really makes you appreciate that fact and like, well, if they're taking their time and doing this and putting all this information together, then obviously, you know, it is worth me investing my time. It is worth me doing the effort to put in. And all the activities and things they had, sometimes at first you go through them and you're just like, oh man, these are like whatever, you just do them kind of subconsciously, but then like after you read back, you kind of get like a really big self-reflection.
I definitely feel like I was taking on too much and saying yes to too many people, and that was why I was sort of spiralling out of control in terms of the work-life balance.
We invest so much of our energy and time not only into others and into things that don't even amount to anything, and when we stop and we invest even 10 minutes into looking at ourselves or helping ourselves, like that's something that'll change the rest of our lives.
You're all going through the same challenges at Bond. Whether it be socially or academically or whatever, it's all the same. So why can't you connect with everyone? And it sort of made me realise that, yeah, I can connect with everyone, and learn how to deal with stress and anxiety. I learned how to better manage my studies and social life and really get the right balance. I actually learned to appreciate my family a lot more.
Goal setting and study methods and healthy study methods and things like that. Wanting to learn about healthy eating habits, or wanting to know about the benefits of exercise on your body, or wanting to know about, you know, being able to go inside yourself and really discover who you want to be and who you are and who you desire to become. So I think anyone can benefit from it.
I think the main thing I got, along with stress management, like learning how to deal with stress, was identifying my own strengths, which was something that I'd never really thought about before. I'd always focused on the weaknesses, so identifying my own strengths was a big thing, and something that I now think about and I try and identify in my own life, like, oh, I'm good at that, or I'm stronger in that point. So that's something that Life One gave me. Yeah. I'd say it's for everyone. Anyone who wants to deal with stress management or setting goals or just being a better them to improve themselves, I'd say anyone should give it a try.
I'd tell them to be open to the idea.
It's probably one of the best things I've done since starting at Bond. It's really changed my perspective on how to approach Bond. They advertise for you to really strive for your ambition and bring that ambition to life. But there's nothing really helping you to achieve that ambition. I mean, sure, you've got your small classes and you've got that contact with your lecturers, but there's nothing like Lifeline. There's not that thing that's running in the background to support you, to really get you through it, and definitely teach you the skills to get there. So
I'd say definitely go along, keep going. I'll push you there if need be. But I recommend it to everyone. I still recommend it if Life One comes up. I'd say I went there, I'll do it again. Like seriously, everyone should do it because you just learn about things that you don't usually come across in your daily life.